Hi there, this is Life Prepper here, World of Joe, and I want to show you how to make a biomass from using a bra and other items around your house. The thing is, we're on a budget, most of us are. We just can't afford it. And buying the mass is very expensive, and using what you have around the house to recycle it and use it is very important. Another thing, in a situation that it does happen, and you hear about virus outbreaks and all these other problems that's going on, people are going to, if they break in your house, they're going to take your mask away from you. They're not even going to think about this. Now, I've started making mine. Now, this one here is uh, one of the bras I picked up. Now, you can go buy them at stores for a fairly decent price. Or if you got a spouse or something that's got some padded bras they don't use no more because it's stretched out to the side or whatever. Now, this one here is kind of thin pad. If you want to fix like another layer of cloth or something there, you can. Now, I've started working on this one. This one here has the wire underneath it. So you can see here how much it covers my face right here. And what I've done is, this here is just a scarf I have that I'm working on. Now, I've not started sewing yet. So what I've done is I've put a couple of clothespins right here underneath as a support for it. And when I sew, I'm not going to use regular thread. I'm going to use fishing line. Or if you can get a hold of the clear thread that is in the sewing areas and craft areas, that's something you want to use. The reason I want to use fishing line for this is it's stronger and it will be sturdy. And this is something you're going to need because if you just got regular thread on here and you just yanked at it, it's not, it can break a lot easier. The fishing thread is a lot stronger and it will last longer. And if you know someone that can sew for you and everything, like I say, you want to take right here, you want to pull this forward, you want to take your thread, your fishing line thread, and you want to create a circle around it. And you want it good and tight and reinforced. So when you pull it back over, it will be all good and attached right up in these areas here. So, and like I said, if you know somebody that sews, has a sewing machine or something, they can do this. And then this here, the length of it is up to you. Now, right now, like I say, I've tied this part off because I want to take this here later. And I will cut this in half and I will need trim it down and sew the ends of it. And I could, or also I can just leave it just the way it is and just fix it on a tight fitness if I want to and just slide it over my face here. So, I would have to fix it a little tighter to stay. But I think the tying is a whole lot better. Now, if you can fix it with an elastic or something to it, it's up to you. If you have like stocking caps that covers over your face that you can pull over, you can also fix it and make one of them and turn it into it. I have a hat somewhere, but I don't remember where it's at right now. But and then you can sew it onto. You can take safety pins and just attach it to that as a mask when you go out in the event of a SHTF situation. Will it solve everything? No, but I'm going to tell you what. You go into the stores and you get those little white masks that you use for painting or whatever. This here can provide you, if you want to, you can take both of the bras. Now, this here's what's left. If you want to, you can take and double thicken it and do it this way. And you know what? I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. By doing it this way, now you can see here basically how thick it is. It's not real thick. You can see here it's not thick. This here's one of the thinner ones. You have them where you can get them a lot thicker. By really taking both cups and sewing them together, you have created a double mask here. And you can also, if you want to, and you want to put some charcoal in here, you could do that. But what I would do with the charcoal is I would take fish your little flat pad or something other and put it in there and then kind of sew it inside here as a support if you want to do that as well. But actually doubling this up ain't too bad. And the bras don't have to cost an arm and a leg. Like I say, there's all used bras all the way around. If you got a wife, you got sisters, you got Even you got people's cross dressers. If they got some old scratched out bras they don't use no more, these will come in handy. So you know what, I think I am going to end up doubling this up, because that is going to give me a double protection by giving two different layers in here. By having two layers, I am protecting myself. It don't look too fancy, but I want to tell you what, once you sew this and you put it together and everything, they're not even going to know it's a bra. So it's real easy. Just get you some leftover material you got around the house, whether it's bandanas or scarves. Maybe you got an old t-shirt you about ready to throw away, or a pair of jeans or whatever. Here you go. You can take that. You make it up real simple. I want to cut this one off. I am going to turn this into a double one. So I will have a double padding, double insulation on it. I think that works great. And if someone breaks into my home and they see this, they're not even going to realize that that is a homemade biomass that I've made for myself. So, just something new all the time I'm learning. And we're all in budgets. This is great for herbal preppers, city preppers. This is great for people who just don't have the money. This is just great all the way around to make these up. And it saves you a lot of money. You can custom make it to the way you want. If you can't afford those big bulky masks that has all these filters on it, this here can make a difference between whether saving your life or not. It can make a lot of difference. You could actually make this if you're doing home repairs on your own house. So, something simple, something easy. Don't take much. Like again, I said, I'd rather take fishing line or take the clear sewing thread instead of using regular thread for this, because you want it good and stout. You want it to last longer. If you want to double layer, which I've decided I think I am going to double layer it, all I'll simply do is I want to take the one on top, and I will take and tack in some of my little my fishing line thread into these areas here and tack them down and reinforce it just a little bit. Of course, I will take this one off and cut it on now, and I will put probably a little tack right here, so that way it is connected. And then again, if I don't want to, I can leave this part open where I can actually put down in here a little bag of charcoal. Just take you a handkerchief or whatever, break you some charcoal up in it, and sew it down flat. Put your little couple of packs down in there, and then you can have you some charcoal down here also as an added filter system here. You can use different things in here. If you want to, you can put, if you need to, just shove some grass down in it if you have to. Whatever you want to do is an added charcoal thing. You'll be surprised what you can rig up. So you got a double layer one here. You leave your pocket open right here, and you can add stuff down in there to help filter it. How wrong is that? That is so easy. And you know what? Once it's all cut up, and like I said, I've got the wire right here on this one. Once it's cut up and you angle it, see this? You wouldn't even know it was a bra. Once it's all done. It don't look fancy. Not fancy at all. But it can mean a difference between saving your life or not. So, recycle. Use what you have around the house. You don't have to spend a fortune. All you women preppers out there, you got these things laying around. Take advantage of it. Now, if you're a 40 double D or whatever, that ain't going to work. Now, it's a 36C. So, you got to also consider the size on it. So go buy you some, catch some sales on, get some of these bras. Make sure it's a certain type. Don't get the real low cut ones. Get the ones like that. It's got a full size to cover over your face. You don't want ones that's too low cut. You don't want the thin lacy ones. You want ones with the patterns in it. Real simple, real easy. I gave $3.50 for that bra right there. So I want to make me a double layer mask. I picked the scarf up at the secondhand store for $1. So you know what? I got $4.50 tied up into it, and a little bit of time of sewing it and stuff. But I still have this mask, and chances are that mask is going to be a whole lot better than what I would have bought at the store on the real thin ones and stuff, because I can custom make that, and I can add my charcoal into it and everything, and add a little more padding into it or whatever I needed to do into it. You could add some cotton swabs in between the flaps, whatever you need to do to help survive. So you got a custom made biomass made from a bra and items that you have around the house. So from the world of Joe, Life Prepper here. Be safe, be happy. Bless you all.